Okay, let's start from the top here. That one right there. Let's see that chord. So, just even that first chord is crazy, right? Because normally when playing this song, more than anything, into it. You got it. Okay, so more than most people just kind of play that chord as a straight A flat chord. So you're trying to find out, okay, so I want my chords to sound fat like Mike Bereals and Eddie's and Corey's, and I don't want them to sound like that. I don't want a chord that sounds like that when it can sound like that, right? So basically, one of the things that you and what I would suggest you do is number one, get rid of the 5. I'm just going to take it from the A flat because that's where he was at, right? This is what he's improvising from. He should be playing the A flat chord there, right? Just a straight A flat major, right there. That what's supposed to go there is an A flat major chord. Okay. Now, so the changes and how to know what to do, because I'm not trying to teach you to copy him necessarily. And yes, that's what my channel is about. That's what I'm doing. I'm copying them, but I'm moving forward. I'm moving higher than that because it's not about just copying someone. You have to develop your own sense of style so that you have a way that you would do it. And what I'm going to suggest is that when you get a chord, instead of playing just a straight major, first of all, get those 5s out of there. Get the 5ths out because we don't want the 5ths. And if you're going to want to play a chord, now I'm not saying every single time, right? But generally speaking, you want to get rid of those 5s. Okay, so we're going to move the 5s out. Okay, the other thing that he did was instead of doubling up and having, see how many A's I have? See with this A flat chord, I have 3 A flats here and I got 2 5s. Bad. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of our 5s. Second thing we're going to do is not play so many A flats. In fact, let's change this to a 7th chord, which was going to change this over here. So that's a little bit better than this, right? But that's still not what he did. So let's see what else needs to be changed there. Now there's some tough ones in here that I have to bring out. Let's hear. So you hear that, which is the 3rd note. All right, I do not have perfect pitch. I found out after listening to Rick Beato's video. I do have extremely good pitch memory, and I have a very highly developed relative pitch. I don't have perfect pitch. I know that's the 3rd note of the A flat scale. That's why I know that that's a C, right? So I know that that's there. Now, and to me, what I'm hearing a duh, but then I said change this to that if it. So this sounds really close to it, right? Now it will do, right? If this is all you can get, if all you can remember, because remember in the A flat major scale, this is all you need. I said take those 5ths out of there and put this up, and then take this and put it to there. So is this going to work? Right? Or are there other notes that need to be added to that? See, there's more there that's added to that than just that. Okay, so let's add a couple things now. Now we're going to have our color tones here. The color tones would be number 1, your sharp 9. Okay, and then I'm sorry, not your sharp 9, your flat 9. Sorry, your sharp 11. Now I'm gonna play mine, and I'm gonna play his. I wonder if there's a way that I can keep mine on the screen and just play it with them so you can hear the difference. All right, there we go. Because I want you to test. You can test it against your own ear. Okay, so essentially what we have done, this is, do you see what I just did? We went from the original to what happened. We went from what he should have been playing. We didn't just say, oh, he's playing these notes. We said, here is a concept behind it. It is an A flat chord. Okay, but here are the notes that have been altered. Right, and we said in essence it was a dominant chord, but I wanted that moved up there. And then we have the color tones, which were a fourth apart, which were not a fourth apart, I'm sorry, a fifth apart actually. There. Okay, let's go on to the next section of the song. Now, why am I, and by the way, why am I teaching it like that? So you know in terms of when you would use something like that. Because you can take that in any key and do the exact same thing, so long as you know how we got there from the major chord. Yeah, see all that walking down there? And this guy, he's looking up like, yeah, right? But let's see what happened there. So look, it sounds like he's walking down, right? So what we've got going on is, right? So so it's really tempting to say, well, looks like he's got an E flat major 6 chord here. Now he's got a D flat major 7 chord here. Now he's got an E flat major 7 here, and a D flat major 7 here, right? Well, I'm going to disagree with that approach. I'm going to do it differently. Now remember, in the same way that you have two equally skilled musicians who may play one song two different ways, you know, my perspective is not the only right way. Okay, so you can have two music people trying to explain something. They take two different things from it. So the way I explain is my own. Okay, it's my perspective on what I think is going on. What I think is going on is that he is not playing an E flat chord, a D flat chord, and then an E flat. I think that these are all A flat. I think that it's A flat chords. Yes, well, first of all, in the left hand, he's walking it down. He's walking down the scale. What scale is that? He's walking down the A flat scale. Okay, so now that we know that, if we were to play that with the A flat as a root, then it would be this. Right? But and so you see that? And so, and in fact, if we play without the root, right? If I remove the A flat and E flat in the bottom, then look at that. It changes to the first chord he used. So basically what I'm saying is that instead of seeing these as independent chords, as this is an E flat not related to anything, this is a D flat not related to anything, they're all related. He is working with the A flat major scale. Knowing that concept is going to help you, because now you can then say, okay, he's just playing around with that scale. How do I want to do it, right? Do I want to play around in the same way? You don't have to use the exact same chords, because you could go right instead, because I'm still walking it down. In fact, I'm still using the same bottom note and I'm still using the same top note. Right? So again, what helps us is to know the context that is being used here and not just simply the chords that he's playing. Now, if I were to, what I would do is try to find out, because basically in context what's going on is, now why am I using that context? Because he's playing an A flat. Here, let me let you hear it. All right, and take those first four chords. That one, ba-da, that moving down that you hear, ba-ba, that is the, but played against the A flat. Okay, so that's what's going on for the first two. I don't need to know anything else. You voice that how you want to voice it. Okay, yeah, know what he played, but voice it the way that feels good for you, right? This is how, he voiced it this way. I'd voice it this way, right? You may voice it how you want to voice it. Just know what's changing and what's staying the same, right? Then you have the next two chords after that, which are, see, see, ba-da, ba-da. You heard that? See, that note's important there, because it establishes that there's a tonic change there. Da, 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 da. So there's a tonic change, because whereas before I was saying that it was really an A flat, now there's a tonic change. That's the melodic, that's the melody, but played against that E flat. So that's the reason why I said really to play this. So when he goes, I lift my hands, is really the same thing that he's doing. Because I'm going off of the concept of what is being played here, and not just the notes. Now that you know that, you can now go and you can do a million things with that, right? Because now that you know that, everybody may voice those same chords differently. Okay, so let's I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. I've given you enough gold nuggets. I've given you guys so much gold nuggets. You can take that and you can go places with that. So let me go on here. See, still walking down. No. Or something like that, but still walking down. It's the same thing I said before, walking down the A flat scale, right? And then just it's a melodic line that's a lot of times used in a lot of orchestral arrangements, where you would hold one note. You kind of think of holding one note and what chords go with that held note. Anyway, I'm supposed to have moved on, and you guys are sidetracking me on this video. All of you people who are watching it, because I'm supposed to be moving on. You heard that on the gone? See, when they held that gone, Listen to what he does when they hold that gone. So all right, I should get this thing off. Okay, so now I'm not going to voice it exactly like he did because I want to show something. So here, what's going on is they're holding the B flat, and he's basically doing all major seventh or major ninth chords. Okay, I like to use major sevenths and major ninths interchangeably. So. Right? So right, all while they're holding on that B flat. By the way, what would be the next chord? Because he kind of goes back. But if you were to go on in that concept, there's another chord you would do. I want to see if you know it. Hold on. I wonder if that's what he's doing there. I see. All right, so he's got the okay, so that's I Can Sing to You This Song. So but here's what I want to point out is that if you were to keep going with the same idea he was going with the major seventh and ninth chords, no, what would be the next chord after that? If you were to keep going with the same concept that he used, well, it would probably be a D. It would probably be a D minor 9, because you'll see how it fits. Right? And again, he didn't play that, but it could be implied that that's where you would go next. Say you did it early, you know what I mean? And placement means everything, and you needed an extra chord in there that fit with the ones before it. That would be, but again, he was right at the next chord, so he didn't do that. But again, that's an idea that you could use. Let's go on. Okay, so I just want to say, no, I'll do that later. You heard that chord? Okay, so let's do that. What chord is that? All right, so no. All right, so all right, so that chord and then we have the so basically here's the chord here, but I don't. Okay, so that's the exact chord that he used on that, but in actuality I'm going to this is one of those chords that this is one of them crazy somebody touched his, woke him up in a dream and touched him from heaven chords, because I don't know where he came up with this one, but it's essentially an A major 7, right? Now remember, in an A major 7 chord, you would have it like this, right? But what he did is he took, remember when I told you get rid of that 5? Well, the color tone can go either way. Sharp 5 would be there. Flat 5 would be there. So, see that? So that 5 was taken out, replaced with the 2 neighboring tones, but it still doesn't change the quality of the A major 7 chord. And then you have that F sharp 7, because the E flat is there, but it actually changes it to an F dominant because of the presence of this A, which would have been here. So that's how I'm going to explain that one. And hopefully you get it, because I'm not going to remember it if you ask me to do it again. So hopefully I'm recording. Okay, so that'll be it. So again, remember, placement. Placement is what we used. You know, we're not concerned about the development of other people. We don't want to sit and 10 years from now be doing the same thing we were doing. Oh, look at this person playing. We want to have integrated some of that language and some of the voicings into our own playing, right? In order to do that, we do have to understand where they're coming from. We do have to understand how do we get it from them to us. And are you just trying to copy every single thing? Are you taking the ideas that you like, right, you hear that and choosing to integrate those, you know, and I think that's the best way to do it, to see real growth. So again, we said this, but it's not chords necessarily. We're talking about placement. When to do things is just as important. Don't just study chords, always study them in context. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you again next week. And these are all ideas that you can use here.